Hello, my friends, and today with you, Irina Witnach with Witnach CPA, and we're going to talk about home office expenses and who can claim the home office deductions, what is home office expenses, and simplified and actual expense method. Let's talk about who can claim the home office expenses. If you are self-employed individuals or independent contractors, you may qualify if you use specific area in your home regularly and exclusively for business, and your home is the principal place of business. Eligible type of individuals can be a sole proprietor, freelancers, and gig workers. Keep in mind that you cannot deduct home office expenses if you do the same business functions at the rented office. Okay, so now when you rented office and you work from home, you're not eligible to deduct your home office expenses. Okay, if you work in home occasionally and not exclusively for business, you cannot deduct your home office expenses. Also, if you're a W-2 employee, you not qualify for home office expenses either. Let me give you two examples. I have my friend Jane. She's a freelancer. She's graphic designer. She's sole proprietor. She works from home. She doesn't have any rental office. She meets with clients over Zoom, team meetings. Sometimes she meets with clients in her office. She performs administrative work in the home office. She is fully eligible to deduct her home office expenses. Now I have Mark. He is employed with tech company. He is working in guest room. He's working in family room, and sometimes he meets his friends in guest room. So he is not eligible to deduct his home office. His employer may reimburse him his expenses, okay, as working from home, but he cannot deduct these expenses on his 1040. Let's see. Okay, home office. We remember that we need to be self-employed and we need to have designated area and use it exclusively and regularly for business. Two methods available, simplified method and actual expense method. They are different. Simplified method, the IRS allows a standard rate, $5 per square foot, and maximum 300 square foot is eligible. You don't need to keep detailed record keepings, check receipts, payments, proof. This is simplified method, okay? The actual expense method, opposite. You need to have substantiation for your expenses, receipts and good records, what you paid for. Deductions are allowable: mortgage interest and rent, utilities, homeowners insurance, property taxes, repairments, and maintenance. Let's go over simplified method, and I will give you a scenario. So you work from home, you have business, you sole proprietor, you use your designated home area exclusively and regularly for business. Your home office is 200 square feet, and you can deduct $5 per square foot. Okay, so 200 multiplied by $5, 1,000 is your deduction. Remember the key points here that 300 square foot is the maximum area eligible for this deduction, and $5 is the standard rate at this moment. And you don't need to have a detailed record of your payments for utilities, rent, or repairments. You just simply use your square footage and multiply it by $5, and the maximum is 300 square foot. Actual expense method is more complex and requires some computation. And I will give you a scenario. So you have a house, 2,000 square foot, and the home office, 200 square feet. So you use this area exclusively and regularly for your business. You have expenses in the year. Mortgage interest, 6,000. Property taxes, 3,000. You paid utilities, electricity, water, gas, 2,400. You paid homeowners insurance, 1,200. You paid for repairments and maintenance of your whole house, 600. And you paid 200 specifically for the office area. The first step is to compute the percentage of business use. How we compute it? We take the office area, designated home office area, 200 square feet, divided by 2,000 square feet, the full area of your house, and we come up with 10%. So 10% is your percentage of allocation of your indirect expenses. Indirect expenses, everything that is paid for the whole house. Okay, and here how we compute it. For example, mortgage interest, you paid 6,000. You multiply 6,000 by 10%, your business portion is 600. You will compute the same for property taxes, utilities, insurance, and repairs for the whole house. Then you summarize it all and you come up with total of $1,320. Next step is to add indirect expenses. You remember that you spent for your office $200. It was directly related to office space. Okay, so this $200 is fully deductible 100%. Now the formula how to compute home office deduction. Your indirect expenses plus direct expenses, this is your total deductible amount. In our case, $1,320 plus 200 equals $1,520. This is your deduction for the year. Keep in mind and good points to remember that direct expenses are fully deductible. Indirect expenses are proportioned based on business use percentage. And you will need to have records. You will need to keep good records of receipts and payment. Actual expense method usually gives you a better deduction than simplified method. However, remember that you can use 1 year actual expense method, another year simplified method, whichever gives you a better result. You don't need to stick with actual method only if you used it in the first year. You can pick and choose. So whatever gives you a better result. And I hope that this presentation was helpful. Please reach me out if you need any assistance and any help and any clarifications moving forward. Thank you.